family. This is part number 2.
The first video of how to be more attractive in searching for your ideal mate. So how could you be attractive to your ideal mate? If you didn't watch the first one, you can watch this one, you can watch that one, but ideally watch part 1. But this is a topic of discussion that is really heavy on our minds because we have a lot of people writing into us, Ryan, how could I be more attractive? Sisters, brothers, old, young, it doesn't matter who you are, you always want to be more attractive so that, your ideal mate can find you. And in order for you to do that, there's certain things that you want to look for, and there's also certain things that they're looking for in you. But there's a couple keys to follow in order for you to have success, especially in finding that perfect mate that's great for you. And my wife just wanted to say something as well.
I wanted to say that for sisters, or I don't know, brothers, but personally sisters that want to get married and
Right.
they desired it so much and they dreamed about it when
Right.
they were a little girl.
Yeah.
Not to get too worried or stressed about that, because it's just gonna happen when it happens. Like, I feel like the more you want it.
And she's saying, for the sisters that are saying, just to clarify, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married. No man's interested in me.
And
I don't know
I'm
if I'm gonna
30
find a
and I
mate.
don't know if I'm gonna find someone,
Right.
I've been looking and I don't see anybody that I like.
Right. Should I lower my standards?
Or I'm attracted to them but they're not attracted to me.
Yeah.
Just wait. Like, it'll happen when you least expect it. Like, that person will come to you.
Don't get desperate.
Don't get desperate.
Because
A
remember,
lot of the times guys can sense when you're desperate and you don't want to do that.
for you men out there, the women can sense it as well.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, he
Right.
is thirsty.
Right. But at the end of the day, like we said in the first video, we talked about being inauthentic. So once you get desperate, you feel, I have to get married, I have to get married. My brother, my sister, my uncle, my cousin, my best friend, everyone around you is getting married. So sometimes you feel the pressure of weighing down, and you have, depending on your culture, in different lands,
Yeah.
and even in America, you get the pressure. When are you getting married? How
No.
old are you? When are you getting married? When are you getting married? From a man or a woman?
And in my
So
culture,
you feel
you're
the pressure.
16. You're 16 in my culture. You're 16, and they're like, "When are you getting married?"
Right.
And then when you're married, when you're in your mid-20s, when you having a kid,
Right.
It's like, really?
And you feel all of this
Yeah.
crazy pressure. But what we're trying to share with you and let you know is, do not settle. Because the problem is, like we said in the first video, the second you settle and you say, you know what, I'm desperate, I need to get married, I need to find a
Not what you were
partner,
looking for.
you'll start to do what? Be inauthentic. So you'll say, perhaps when you were younger, or you weren't desperate, you said, if I find a mate, I find a mate. If not, it'll happen when it happens, instead of constantly searching, right? I mean, you can constantly be aware and have that self-awareness of, you're looking for mates, and I'm not against that whatsoever. You can visit different halls, congregations, assemblies, stuff like that, get to know people, social media, it's awesome. But never get to the point where you're desperate, because the second you get desperate, your standards get lowered. So perhaps when you were younger, or when you weren't as desperate, you're saying to yourself, I'm looking for somebody who meets these spiritual requirements in my eyes. Like in my eyes, I said, I want to marry someone who's pioneering, and my wife is pioneering. So like you might have certain qualifications, or you say, I want to marry a ministerial servant or an elder. If that's, and I'm not saying that's ideal. You don't have to marry somebody who's pioneering, a servant, an elder. Ideally, in the truth, obviously, marry in the Lord. But the other thing is, once you get desperate, you'll stop saying, well, maybe they don't have to pioneer. Maybe they don't have to be an elder. Maybe they don't have to be spiritually, strong. Maybe they don't have to be in the truth. And that's when you start looking elsewhere, because you start to get desperate.
Maybe
And
I
the
can
second-
bring him in the truth.
Right, and once
if he really is into me, he's
Right,
gonna come and
right,
study,
he'll
and
fall
he's
in
gonna
love
become a
with
brother.
Jehovah.
But that's not
It's
the
happened
right
before,
way.
but that's not the correct way. Because again, you're starting to get desperate, and you'll see more and more people who have done just that, where they got desperate, or maybe they didn't find somebody in the world, but they settled for somebody who they would never have even thought of settling for years prior. And because they settled for that brother or that sister, even in the congregation, they get married and they're no longer happy. Because they get married and they say, this is all there is? I'm stuck with this person, and that's a horrible line, but people say that. I'm stuck with them for the rest of my life. Paradise comes and I'm stuck with them forever? I don't want that. That's when you go into a deep, dark depression because you regret that decision. And it's a scary place to be in, because once you go down that path, there's no turning back. There's no, I got married today. I realized, you know, I shouldn't have settled, and this isn't the person for me. I'm getting out of this. That's not the way. It's not gonna work.
And also, I know, cause when I was younger, my one of the things that you look for is their looks, and that shouldn't be the number one. You know, like of course looks do matter.
Yeah,
how they look. You want to be attracted to that person.
And you definitely want to be attracted. 100%.
You want to be attracted to that person, but it's more.
Because you want the sexual attraction that's good, it's appropriate.
Yeah, but it's more of the qualities of that person.
100%.
When the older you get, the more you notice. It's not all about the looks.
Right.
It's it's a little about the looks, but it's mostly about who's this person, you know,
100%.
their personality, you know, and that's what attracts me to them.
Right.
So yeah, just keep that in mind.
The Bible says the person of the heart, right? When you're looking at the person of the heart, you're not going to see that right away. It takes time. And when you initially find somebody, when you are looking for that ideal mate, you're not going to see the person of the heart. You're only going to see what you want to see, right? Seek and you shall find is what the Bible says, right? So if you're looking for the positive, beautiful traits, and that's a good way to live and a good way to think, always look for the positive and the good in others. You'll only see that. And when you're physically attracted to that person, you're only going to see, well, she's so sweet, she's so kind, he's so good looking, he's so kind. And you're looking at all this great stuff, and that's fine. But you also want to balance that out with the reality. And the reality is I'm imperfect, we're trying to deliver you value, but I make mistakes, my wife makes mistakes. You know, we have implications and problems in our marriage as well that we try to fix, and this is one of the ways we do the research, read a book, read an audio program, go to the elders. We'll do anything in our life in order to have an amazing life in marriage. And the second we apply that and we see that it works, we're gonna feed that right on to you guys, because we know if it worked for us, it could definitely work for you. But the thing is, you can't think, you know, hey, the second I marry this person, everything's gonna be dandy because, you know, they love me. The truth will come out, and you can't hide that from anybody.
And when you get to the point where you're dating someone, make sure you ask them everything. Make sure. I know there's certain things that you might forget, but make sure
the family book.
Yes, the family book.
We did that 2 months in. Family worship.
Ask, you know, do they want kids?
Right.
What do they think if my mom got sick and she had to move, you know, with us?
Right, if she got sick and they had to move in with
We talked about that. I was like,
Right.
my mom's definitely moving with us.
And I was like, absolutely not.
No, he wasn't. He's like, I understand if your mom has to
Like,
move.
she ain't not living with us.
But he was in love, so I don't know.
See, but that's what I mean. When you in love, you're like, all right, fine, I'll do it, I'll settle.
No,
then you get married, you're like, I ain't doing that.
No,
I just said that in the moment.
No, but you love my mom.
No,
If
I
she were to
do.
get
I fall in love with her.
sick, she would definitely be with us.
Luckily, she has 1,000 children, so.
And I have a little sister with Down syndrome. I was like,
Right.
what if my mom passed away or something? Would you be okay with me bringing her?
Right.
He loves Sarah.
Right.
We
That I
would
would
be okay
do.
with it.
Yeah. But
Do you want
I'm
kids?
sure
No, we don't
all the
want
siblings
kids.
would fight over her.
Yeah, so yeah, we will all.
But not to
fight
get
over her.
off topic.
But just go through that family book.
Right.
And
you have to ask
Yes.
those questions. Like, I mean, obviously, on your first date, when you guys get to know each other, you're chaperoning, you're observing them in the congregation, see how they interact with their friends and their family. You know, that's one of the most beautiful things. You know, I'm kind of getting off topic here. I think I'm going to save this for another video, but it's beautiful, guys, when you're authentic, and you have to be real. So how do you be more attractive to your mate? Be authentic. And, you know, it's not wrong. The second thing, it's not wrong to ask them or observe, you know, what are they into? What do they like? You know, ask their friends, you know, what's Monica into? What does she like? Ask their sister, the brother, the sister, the uncle, the mother, the dad. You know, what do they like? Do they like people who are funny or serious? Do they want somebody who's super spiritual?
Sadly, sometimes we don't ask that because we don't want to find out something that we
Right.
don't want to listen to.
That you don't want to know.
Yeah, so
But
sadly we don't do it,
Right.
but it should be done more often because
100%.
it could prevent a lot of people, marriages not want to be married, people not
Right.
want to be married, get, you know, divorced.
People who never should have got married, got married.
Or
and now
having
they wanna
kids on
split
top
apart.
of that, so then the kids suffer.
Right.
So it should be asked, but it's sad that it doesn't, just because you don't want to hear something
100%.
that might affect you the way you view someone else. So
100%.
yeah.
So you definitely want to be authentic, and on top of that, you really want to ask the right questions. So find out who they are, what do they like, you know, do they really want somebody who's funny? Do they want somebody who, wants to be a circuit overseer? Do they want to go to SKE? Do they want to serve in another country? Do they want to pioneer? Do they want to auxiliary? Do they want to reach out in a congregation? Do they, these are all things that we should all be doing.
So
or
what
keep
spiritual
conscious
goals
of.
do they have?
Right, exactly. What are their goals in life? Beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
What are their spiritual goals? And that's a key thing. You don't want to ask that 6 months in. Ask them, right away. And perhaps they tell you they don't have any. Maybe that's a clue for you. Maybe you say, that's fine as long as they're a servant of Jehovah, they're doing their best. That's fine. That's enough for me. And if that is enough for you, then great. But you want to find this out before you fall in love. Before you put those rose-colored glasses on. Because once you put those rose-colored glasses on, you no longer see the problems. You no longer see that negative traits. And you'll literally try to tailor your personality to fit their needs. Oh, Monica likes people who are serious, so therefore I will be serious. Monica likes people who never smile, therefore I won't smile. No.
He keeps saying
I'm not saying, I know, I'm using her as an example.
I'm not serious.
No, she's not. She likes to joke. She's silly. She's silly just like me. But, she's saying vice versa. Where Ryan likes women who are very serious and who only do this and who only do that. So therefore I will do this and I will do that because she fell in love with me. And you think, no one would do that if they fell in love. It's real. You will change your personality because you love them.
Or you're just
And
gonna
you
blind
don't wanna do
yourself.
that.
You're not gonna
Right.
see what you don't want to see.
You'll change it temporarily, but the truth will come out and you won't be happy. And you won't even, sometimes you'll get married and you won't even know why you're so severely depressed. But it's because you were inauthentic and now it's catching up with you and you're like, wait, why was I so happy before I got married?
So
Because I was my real self and I'm a happy, joyful.
So be real with yourself, be authentic, and love yourself first of all.
100%.
Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love someone else.
Right, 100%.
Simple.
You need to love yourself first. So definitely real, guys. Key number one, always be authentic. Ask the right questions. Find out who they want as their spouse, who's their ideal spouse. Ask the right questions. Go through the books. Make sure you can see through those rose-colored glasses exactly who that person really is. Balance their negative traits with their positive traits, and as long as you're okay with their faults or shortcomings or things that don't match up with your needs, then you could get married and enjoy an amazing life. But hopefully this really helped you guys on how to be more attractive for your ideal mate. Brothers, the pickup lines, the things like that don't work. And I know he mentioned one other thing. I'll end this on a short note about dress and appearance. He said, how should we dress? How should we look nice? Look, I'm wearing this today because that's what I felt like wearing. Tomorrow I'll wear a t-shirt. A hoodie, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna wear what I'm comfortable wearing. If you find out, she only likes brothers who, wear name brand clothes, and she only likes brothers who, drive luxury cars and, have nice things, and brothers who have nice jobs, or vice versa. He only likes this. If that's what they truly like, and that doesn't match who you are, then they're probably not the right person for you. Maybe not. Maybe they are, but they're probably not. If that's not who you are, so you're the brother who was asking me, Ryan, how should I dress? What should I look like? You want to be clean cut. Don't be dirty. You want to be clean. You want to be cut. You want to take care of yourself. Don't
go
pick your
in
nose.
the hall with a bunch of cologne on.
Right.
Making it
Don't
seem like you
overdo it.
showered. No, because some don't shower to just spray cologne, but because we know.
Unless
but
you
just
can.
as long as you look clean.
Right.
And you're clean, presentable, that's fine.
That's
also, another thing.
But be yourself.
Another thing I did, I told him I don't wear makeup every day, so don't expect me to wake up with makeup in my face. Like, I woke up like this.
Right.
This is how I look. When he first came to meet my mom and everything, I was like, this is how I look. I'm wearing my sweats, and this is how I look. I'm not always gonna look like the way I look like I go to the hall. Yeah, I'll look clean and I'll look fine, but I'm not gonna be wearing pounds and pounds of makeup. That's not me.
Right.
And he's
So
like,
you want to be real. I mean, you want to be presentable. You want to look nice. I mean, on your first date, when you're just getting to know them, perhaps you'll wear a little nicer clothes than you'll usually wear. Perhaps you'll wear a little bit more makeup than you usually wear. Perhaps you'll get your nails done or your hair done, or you'll clean your car. All those kind of things. But you want to be honest. So don't try to wear suits and wear clothes that you naturally wouldn't wear, unless they're just trying to make you dress better. And women definitely do that, brothers. So I didn't always dress nice, and I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. And my wife improved my style of dress, so to speak. And that's fine if they're trying to improve the way you dress or your appearance. But just be clean cut, be yourself. At the end of the day, you want to be you, because you want them to love you for who you are, not who you're pretending or trying to be. All right, family. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and comment below some of your biggest takeaways that you got from this discussion.
Love you
All right,
guys.
family. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.